Spoilers ahead. Watch out, and take care. The movie begins with a young attractive woman named Serena, entering the underground fight club headquarters. The battle is already raging inside the arena. Alex, the club's finest fighter, has previously defeated 3 opponents in a row, so his 4th opponent has no choice but to flee. Unfortunately, a sniper is watching, and ready to shoot the man if he flees the arena, forcing him to battle Alex, who earns his 4th victory, slaughtering his opponent. Shifting to another room, where a fighter named Roy Brody, also known as Hard 8, is preparing for his upcoming fight. Another fighter, Rakan, is studying Hard 8's personal data with his accomplice, TikTok, in the monitoring room. Hard 8's personal data reveals he has never killed an opponent in a fight arena. Simultaneously, 2 more males, Happy and Hot Lips, are brandishing weapons and banging on an apartment door. Back at the basement fight club, a guard named Jeremiah requests the dead in the war arena be cleaned up by a cleaning service known as Not Now Nigel. Meanwhile, Jeremiah goes to the 5th floor to meet Serena and then Rakan. Rakan discusses the highly anticipated fight between Rawbone and Hard 8 at the conference. The two appear to hold opposing viewpoints, and Serena makes it clear she only wants Rakan's bet money and is unconcerned with the outcome of the fight later. But Rakan isn't concerned about the wager money, as long as he can get Rawbone out of the club alive and well, because he is his father's warrior. Serena verifies Hard 8 will lose in the 3rd round, despite Rakan's belief that Rawbone would beat him. The fight finally arrives. The spectators applaud as Hard 8 enters the battle arena. He does not go up to the arena, and hugs Not Now Nigel first. This is apparently done to steal the cleaning service's weapons. Serena approaches Hard 8 after he goes up to the arena, and asks him to lose this bout. She threatens Hard 8, displaying a photo of Hot Lips and Happy in front of his house, reportedly ready to murder his wife, Chrissy. Rawbone enters the arena after Serena exits. He is a combatant with large tall frame and a frightening visage. His body is covered with tattoos, and the names of the opponents he vanquished are on his chest. He insults and states he plans to tattoo Hard 8's name on his chest later. The fight doesn't even begin when Hard 8 pulls out a revolver and fatally shoots Rawbone. The death puts everything into disarray. Serena tells Happy and Hot Lips to assassinate Chrissy after Hard 8 shoots some of the guards. To get access to Hard 8's residence, Happy and Hot Lips disguise themselves as cops and kill Chrissy. Serena prepares to leave the underground boxing club and phones her supervisor to ensure she will arrest Hard 8. She encounters Rakan, who is enraged by Rawbone's murder and threatens to kill her if she does not return the steak. She is faster and brings out a gun and shoots Rakan before he could finish his threat. TikTok witnesses his boss's death and wants to be Serena's subordinate. She receives a call from Hard 8 on Happy's cell phone. She, according to Hard 8, should not have killed Chrissy, and threatens to come after her right away. Serena appears to be alarmed by Hard 8's threat, because after the phone call, she directs Jeremiah to lock all club doors and organize a fully armed guard. She then dials 911 to report the murder at the underground fight club. Soon, 2 police officers named Hopper and Mike are the first to arrive. Then another squad of cops arrives, led by a lady named Redmond, and orders them to break into the building. A police examination of the building reveals numerous bodies spread across all floors. Hopper and Mike grab Hard 8 on the 5th floor and take him to the police station for questioning. Throughout the interview, however, Hard 8 chooses to keep silent, refusing to provide any information, no matter how hard they press him. A female police supervisor named Keaton chastises Redmond at the police station for acting rashly and initiating an inquiry without waiting for directions. After receiving a report of a murder from a woman named Serena, Redmond reasons that the ambush was necessary. Despite the fact they were unable to locate her in the underground fight club building, in the questioning room, Hard 8 nearly beats up Mike and Hopper, who keep encouraging him to talk. Fortunately, Keaton walks in at that moment and calls Hopper and Mike for more information on the incident and Hard 8's identification. Mike states Hard 8 remains mute, despite seeing the military tattoos that have been removed from his body. Keaton then enters the questioning room and inquires about the location of Serena. In a different room in the police station, where Hopper and Mike examine CCTV footage and witness Hard 8's murder. In the video, Serena continues to agitate Hard 8, making his behavior even more irrational. TikTok appears before Hard 8 in one of the battle venues and boasts that he can kill him in 60 seconds. TikTok's attitude, however, is out of proportion to his combat talents, and he is quickly overcome and murdered by Hard 8, who directs the gun at a sniper already waiting in the wings to shoot TikTok if he loses the fight. Serena becomes further angrier in the building's control room After seeing the deaths of the last two of her employees, at the hands of Hard 8, Keaton states in the questioning room that they did not uncover a single fighter's corpse in the building's war arena. As a result, she feels Serena must have gathered the dead in order to bury them. In another examination room, Hopper is still trying to learn more about Hard 8 through his fingerprints. Hopper eventually hacks into the military computer and discovers the profile of Hard 8, who is, as he anticipated, a soldier. Colonel Vaughn calls to say they are on their way to the police station to pick up Hard 8. Meanwhile, in the interrogation room, Keaton learns Hard 8's identity and is attempting to offer a job to assist the police in apprehending Serena. Keaton is aware that Colonel Vaughn of the military will be arriving to collect Hard 8. Hard 8 informs Keaton about a military incident when Colonel Vaughn exploited his subordinate, Benzie, for public propaganda. Colonel Vaughn directed Benzie to trek alone and defenseless into enemy territory to demonstrate the enemy's savagery to the people. The instructions were refused by Hard 8, putting Benzie's safety in jeopardy. Colonel Vaughn tried another propaganda tactic, ordering Benzie to play ball with local kids, and directed orders from Hard 8, who is still using the Roy identity, so Benzie feels obligated to comply. Benzie is shot and killed by the enemy, as Hard 8 predicted. Hopper and Redmond are still watching CCTV footage from the club, which shows how Hard 8's actions killed the guards and Serena's men. Serena, who is also viewing CCTV from within the building, becomes concerned when Hard 8's prowess overpowers Jeremiah's formidable guards. Moving to an interrogation chamber, where Keaton recounts the death of her son in the Afghan war. Her son's tragedy inspired her to help military veterans. Returning to the camera tape that Hopper is watching, now Nigel is seen getting ready to battle Hard 8. Hopper and Redmond haven't finished watching the tape yet. Hopper inadvertently hits a button, causing the video file to vanish. Mike, on the other side, is conducting an inquiry in the subterranean Fight Club building, when he finds Helen in a medical suite, who offers him a camera with images of Chrissy's body. Mike then texts the photo to Redmond, who quickly forwards it to Keaton. However, there is a misunderstanding, since Keaton suspects Hard 8 of murdering Chrissy, his own wife. Hard 8 disputes the claims, and becomes enraged with Keaton. Fortunately, Redmond pulls a gun to stop Hard 8, before he truly lets go. Hard 8 collapses to the ground, and expresses his grief at Chrissy's death. He claims if he had followed Serena's suggestion to lose to Rawbone, Chrissy could still be alive today. He then begins to tell Keaton everything, beginning with his first meeting with Serena. He was unemployed after leaving the military, and was forced to become a fighter for Serena. During the meeting, Serena introduced him to another fighter named Alex, who was allegedly deaf. Alex and Hard 8 became friends, because he can communicate in sign language. He stated that he will not kill on the battlefield, and Serena said that she doesn't care, as long as he wins. Nonetheless, she persuaded him not to be concerned, because the underground boxing club was not raided by the authorities, because she had the support of the police's senior brass. After hearing Hard 8's account, Keaton states confidently that no one in her unit supports the club or Serena. Back to Mike in the clubhouse, he finds a secret entrance on the third floor while on the elevator, and walks inside, and comes across a room crammed with people. Hard 8 tells Keaton again in the interrogation chamber, about a son and the father of a poor butcher, who sells human corpses at an upscale steakhouse. The father was murdered one day, while his son escaped, and a few years later, he exacted his revenge. Keaton is intrigued by the narrative, and inquires whether there is any connection to the Fight Club case. Hard 8 does not respond, instead stating that after obtaining vengeance, the son resumed his father's profession as a butcher, selling human meat. Hopper recovers the videotape in another investigation room, and watches Serena assign Alex and Jeremiah to kill Hard 8, who is in the elevator at the moment. Alex and Hard 8 finally face off. However, before the encounter, Hard 8 reminds Alex in sign language he has never considered him an adversary. Jeremiah and his men, on the other hand, are preparing to strike, when Alex pulls Hard 8's body, which lies helpless. When they are taken off guard, Hard 8 rises up and shoots them all, with Alex's help. Jeremiah manages to point a gun at Hard 8, but Alex leaps in front of it to save him. Hard 8 is so enraged by Alex's death, that he pursues Jeremiah and manages to knock him out, with a shot to the shoulder. Jeremiah escapes to the control room, where he encounters Not Now Nigel, who is enraged by his attitude and lack of admiration for him. Hard 8 appears and instructs them to check under the table, while they are fighting. Hard 8 has apparently planted a bomb under the table, which explodes quickly, killing Jeremiah and Not Now Nigel. Hard 8 keeps scouring the building, until he spots Serena. Surprisingly, when they meet, he does not murder her, instead, they have intercourse. She apparently reminds him of Chrissy, especially since he knows Serena secretly likes him, despite her boss's push. He says he can't identify who Serena's boss is. Serena reported the murder occurrence at the Fight Club premises to the authorities, according to Keaton. Hart 8 is then pressured by Keaton to tell her everything, because they only have 5 minutes, before Colonel Vaughn arrives and seizes him. Colonel Vaughn arrives outside, and Redmond greets him. Hopper hides the CCTV film in the investigation room, and discreetly exits the room. Hart 8 finally informs Keaton that Serena is hiding at home. Colonel Vaughn then enters the questioning room, and fires Keaton for interrogating military troops without authorization, and abducts Hart 8. Keaton understands her job cannot be simply revoked, and goes to meet Redmond, to have the situation thoroughly investigated. Redmond goes in search of Hopper, who has quietly departed to request CCTV footage. Keaton rushes straight to Hart 8's place, but he can't find Serena. Only Jeremiah's female subordinate is present, who had previously been kept captive by Hart 8. After Keaton shoots the woman, Hart 8 emerges out of nowhere, and reveals the hidden camera in the woman's stomach. It is revealed that Keaton is Serena's boss, running her underground fighting club. Keaton's position as police chief makes it simple for her to safeguard the company. Following the ruckus at the club, Keaton attempts to locate Serena, and plans to kill her to destroy evidence of her own involvement. Hart 8 discloses why he joined the Fight Club, which was allegedly not for financial gain. He plans to avenge the death of his younger brother Ben, who was one of Rawbone's fighter victims. It is also revealed that the woman Mike met in the prior building is Chrissy, Hart 8's wife, who is still alive. Colonel Vaughn apparently arrived in the apartment, just as Hot Lips and Happy were about to murder Chrissy, and photographed Chrissy pretending to be dead. Hart 8 plans a clever vengeance plot, to arrest Keaton with the help of Colonel Vaughn. The building's disarray was intentional. Serena was not even the one who reported the murder, it was he himself. Meanwhile, Hopper is a Hart 8 and Colonel Vaughn subordinate, tasked with securing the videotape. Keaton then recognizes that Hart 8's story about the father and son of a butcher mirrors her own, as her father was a war criminal. She has had enough of Hart 8's explanation, and plans to murder him. But Chrissy is waiting behind her, and shoots her with a dope bullet. Keaton is finally arrested and imprisoned, whereas Serena is released for working with the police. Hart 8 uses the name Roy again, while chatting to Colonel Vaughn. He decides to rejoin the military, because the hunt for his younger brother Ben is not done for him. The end. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. Turn on the notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out.